It is so hard. Have you ever tried to make a change and it's really difficult, but you really want to change it? I totally understand that. Hey friends, Jen here from Oxygen Mind and Body Coach, and I need to talk to you about a very serious subject: change. What I've been dealing with this last month is change, making major change. You ever wanted a change, but fear came up, or maybe doubt, insecurities, or maybe lack of finances? If that's you, you're going to want to listen to this video. If you've been following me, I personally have been making a lot of changes personally, but also professionally. My H3O method is set to come out in September, which is a whole new experience for me and a lot of unknowns. Also, I've recently joined forces with another coach, and we partnered up and created a mastermind for coaches who are looking to further along their business. Again, something new. Exciting, but new. Then there's also the speaking. So there's all these things. If that is you and you find yourself wanting to crawl under the covers and put the blanket over your head, I get it. If I'm being honest, I was talking to my cousin yesterday. Fear has come up so often this month that it is physically showing up in my body. So even though the change is exciting and it's new and there's doubt and there's fear, it can have a physical presence in the body. So for me, not to get too personable, but it's coming out. And I'm sharing this for a couple of reasons. Number one, if you're wanting to make change, yeah, change is hard. Change is hard because it requires us to do something different. And in doing something different, it's unfamiliar, it's unknown, and we're humans. We like certainty. We like to know what's going to happen. And if you're making major changes, whether it's in your health, whether it's in your business, you're going to have to do things that are different. And sometimes that's scary. If that's you and you are on your way of change, here's what I want to share. Although it's been really scary and unknown, and sometimes you feel alone and your body may revolt, like my body is physically revolting this month, which is not a pretty thing, but I do recognize what's happening. Change is stressful. There's good stress and bad stress. This is a good stress. Change happens because we put ourselves in situations that are unfamiliar. And here is what I wanted to share. Change is about trusting the process, meaning trusting that you're on your journey. There's always going to be two voices in our head: the voice of the critic, hi, thanks for joining, and the voice of the cheerleader. And oftentimes when we are in the middle of change, the cheerleader turns down and the critic will turn up. If that is you and you are going through change, reach out to me, whether it's health and fitness, mindset, or business. I am here to help you and support you, as I also have coaches. So this habit hack today is really a few things. Number one, if your body is physically going through the change as well as your mindset, make sure you take care of it. Make sure you're giving it the proper hydration, the proper nutrients, the right amount of sleep, because you're going to need to be on top of your game when you're making changes. And then second, there's always going to be two voices: the voice of doubt. What I've learned over the last month, when that voice of doubt comes in, when my old story comes in, so it's a good time to just notice, have you been here before? Meaning, have you told yourself these reasons why you haven't made change? Maybe it's in your health. Maybe you're not willing to, you can't give up the sugar, or getting to the gym is hard. Whatever the story is, just start to recognize it. And also give yourself grace. When you're making change doesn't happen overnight. So if you give yourself grace, then you also give yourself permission to make a mistake. When we get hard on ourselves and we criticize ourselves for not making that change, or we punish ourselves for not making that change, we are not doing ourselves any service. So if you take anything away from this share today, it's a couple things. Number one, change is hard because it's unknown. So if we can understand that it is unknown and it's unfamiliar, and it is going to be hard, we can embrace it. And then also it requires us to take action. It's uncomfortable action. It requires us to show up every day and do the uncomfortable work and press past that uncomfortable and then grow into the next stage and get a little bit more uncomfortable. Life is meant to evolve, and in evolving, it's uncomfortable. And if you're like me and your body's like, what are you doing? Please go back to the old ways. Just nourish your body, nourish your mind, and keep moving forward one step at a day, one action. Every moment you get to decide for your future. And sometimes it is scary and it is unknown, but rest assured, you're not alone. Do what needs to be done. Take those uncomfortable steps and actions, and you will get to your goal. And then when you get to that goal, guess what? You're going to have another goal, and that's evolving. But if we can realize that change is uncomfortable, and uncomfortable is really where we want to be, that is the best gift ever. And then knowing there's the two voices. When you're in change, that inner critic might speak really loud, like, no, you can't do that. I want you to challenge yourself today and look at yourself in the mirror and say, yes, I can. I'm doing it. I hear you, and I'm moving forward. I hope this is helpful. I'm sharing it because that's where I am in my own evolution of evolving as an author, a speaker, a coach, and a course creator. And there's been a lot of change in my business as well as myself, and that is uncomfortable. So I'm sharing because if that's where you are, I totally understand you and I support you and I'm here for you. All right, friends, happy Saturday. Share this with a friend. At the end of the day, my whole mission is to help create change. It's simple habit hacks that take less than 5 minutes. And today is just having the awareness that change is hard because it's unfamiliar, and that there's going to be two voices. The one that's going to want to keep you stuck. It's those days when you want to crawl back under the covers. Don't. Just stay where you are. Keep moving forward. I'm right here cheering you on. Thank you. Have a great day, and I'll catch you later.